It gives me great pleasure to speak about my old friend Dr. Patnaik. I have the privilege of knowing him since 1997 when he had come to Sydney. He is a multifaceted personality, a spiritual guru, an educationist, an astrologer, and so many facets in his life, and he has been a great source of inspiration to so many. And he has set up many universities with a Midas touch. As an educationist, his role has been really great. He has been recently awarded an award, and I'm sure he'll get more awards in future. And it is my privilege to have known him and his family for all these years, and I only wish him all the best in his career, in his life, and my prayers to Almighty to continue to shower His blessings on him and his family. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to record this testimonial for my dear friend Dr. Jagannath Patnaik ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor ICFAI University, Sikkim. I had known him for many years, as I was also the Vice Chancellor in the ICFAI group in Mizoram. And I would put it on record a great appreciation for he being an education builder and a great visionary and a mission for life. He has great patience, and the ideas that he throws up are something very unique, and he could also be termed as a modern guru. He has done tremendous for the education, not only in the state of Sikkim and Odisha, but all over the India and abroad also. And as a friend, he was always very, very helpful to the needy, and give very mature advice and reach out to support the institutions, whether it was his university or any other. And he has great ideas to support the modern.
Jai Hind. I am Lieutenant General Arvinder Singh Lamba, former Vice Chief of Army Staff, retired after more than 4 decades of service to the nation. Today, it's my privilege and honor to share a few words about Honorable Professor Jagannath Patnaik, Vice Chancellor ICFAI University, Sikkim, as I have known him. He's an education builder of enormous stature, whose journey from his early years till date has been phenomenal and unprecedented in accomplishment and glory. He's a man of vision, full of vigor and energy, and his charismatic leadership is driven by inspiration, motivation, and conviction. Professor Patnaik is an eminent educationist, a social reformer, and an inspiring activist, a distinguished academic, author, renowned management expert, and an administrator who has established a number of medical, dental, engineering, and management educational institutions in India and abroad. He is actively engaged in human rights advocacy and women empowerment. He has authored innumerable works and books, among them The Veracity of Truth, deals with how his curiosity conversations over his lifetime have shaped his worldview and transformed himself and others. For him, curiosity is the flintstone from which lies the spark of inspiration. Professor Patnaik is a person with extraordinary humane touch, a helping hand for the needy, a social reformer with great humility and calm, never angry, and always with a positive outlook. He's a perfect role model as I have seen him, a visionary, a diplomat, a persona who can reach any king with a phenomenal strength to draw the attention of the government, the media, and the broader community by virtue of his exceptional contributions to society. Professor Jagannath Patnaik is a true guru of the modern age, the epitome of comprehensive education, impacting all sections of society, students and professionals, ensuring a strong foundation for the country's future. I wish Professor
Good morning. It's pleasure to be able to say a few words about Dr. Jagannath Patnaik. I know him for the last few years, and each time I have met him, the conversations have been very interesting, very educative, very informative. He's a good friend. He is a very helpful personality. Also, he is always accessible to his friends. He has deep understanding of our society, nation, and the country and its challenges. And from his side, he is making every effort to be useful to the country through his work, primarily in the education sector, but also in the social sector. I would like to wish him a very, very long life and a very constructive and meaningful life in the service of humanity. My best wishes, Dr. Jagannath Patnaik. You are among the most wonderful persons I have met in my life.
I have known Dr. Jagannath Patnaik for almost now more than 8 years, and what I have found in him as a person who is extremely kind-hearted, very, very down to earth, very knowledgeable, and ever willing to help others. He is serving in the state of Sikkim currently as Vice Chancellor of ICFA University, Sikkim. Before that also he has been to Sikkim as Registrar of Sikkim Manipal University. The ICFA University, Sikkim, under his stewardship, has scaled much greater heights in terms of its reputation, academic programs, its tie-ups, and the kind of faculty they have, the kind of students that are coming out of the university, the liaisoning with the state government. And in every respect, I have found that Dr. Patnaik has been an extremely forthcoming and ever willing to help person. We are indeed fortunate that he is serving the state of Sikkim in the ICFA University as Vice Chancellor. And I wish that he serves for many more years, not only the state of Sikkim, but the entire academic fraternity, and contributes out of his rich experience. He is also an extremely spiritual person, and during the COVID pandemic, he has been extremely helpful in terms of counseling the students, reaching out to the poor people and underprivileged in the villages and rural areas of Sikkim. And he has mobilized support from his students for such people in a very coordinated and focused way. We greatly appreciate his sense of service to the state of Sikkim and also to the cause of academic growth of the state of Sikkim. And we wish that he attains ever greater heights in his life, in his career, remains healthy, and is able to serve the state and the nation for many more years. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Namaskar, good morning, my dear friends. I am Dr. P. Ranjan Trivedi, Founder Chancellor of the universities in Nagaland as well as in Arunachal Pradesh, as also the Chairman and Plenipotentiary of the Indian Institute of Ecology and Environment, headquartered at New Delhi since 1980. Friends, today I am going to discuss with you the features and the good qualities of a very learned institution builder, educationist, planner and administrator, Dr. Jagannath Patnaik. It's a great day for me to tell you about his merits. I've been knowing him for more than 29 years, and whenever I meet him, I find a new feather to his cap regarding his qualities, his contribution, and his achievements. He has worked in India and abroad for more than 28 years, and in all his assignments, he has ensured that whatever goals are fixed by his employers or by himself are always achieved, be it curriculum design or examinations or evaluation, or for that training and placement, besides creation of new institutions, establishment of new universities in India and abroad under the central or the state or the provincial legislation or through notification of the Ministry of Justice, etc. So friends, that way I find him a good soul, an honest person, a dynamic person, besides the fact that he's fully workaholic. All these qualities are not found in one person. I'm sure his merits will go a long way, and I wish God speed his work. Not good speed, but God speed in his work. So thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Good morning. Namaskar. Jai Hind. I'm Colonel Professor Dr. J. Satpathy, Jyoti in short. I served Mother India in the Army for a span of 29 years in the Corps of Education, and I took leave from the Army with a heavy heart this year, 2021, 15th of April. During my journey, I came in contact with Professor Jagannath Patnaik, currently the Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University at Gangtok. I found Professor Patnaik to be a very humble, simple, and a down-to-earth person with no strings attached. He leads a very simple life.
Namaskar, Dr. Jagannath Patnaik, Vice Chancellor of the ICFAI University, is a unique persona in India. He has been an institution builder, especially in the academics. He has in-depth knowledge about the academic research, administration, philosophy, ethics, and spirituality. He has been trying to spread the happiness through his gentle smile. Daily in the morning, he shoots up highly motivational and spiritual messages, and thus he tried to spread the positivity and the happiness among us, the society. Whenever some needy person approaches him, he tries to help him in a best possible manner. He has been a mentor of thousands of students all over the globe and from the across the globe also. Dr. Jagannath Patnaik, his name itself gives lot of vibrations. At the same time, his deeds spreads the right message to the student community, faculty to act rightly. I wish a very long and happy life journey for Dr. Jagannath Patnaik in the service of the higher education sector and in the service of our nation. Jai Hind.
Morning, Dr. Jagannath Patnaik and myself, we've known each other since 2017 when I used to be the president of the PhD chamber. Dr. Patnaik is doing an incredible job in Sikkim by imparting financial literacy to the students there. Apart from imparting hard skills on financial knowledge, he's also doing a lot on the soft skills through his own spirituality. He's bringing the soft skills of each student based on their strengths to strengthen their strengths further so they are ready to face the practical and the realistic world when they graduate from ICFAI Sikkim. And I wish Dr. Patnaik all the success in his journey, which I think is a great journey because he is contributing his part in building future of India. Thank you so much.
It is my privilege to say a few words about Dr. Jagannath Patnaik, whom I have known for just little over a year, but feels like a friendship that surmounts more than a decade. My morning starts with a valuable message from him, which he never fails to send me daily. Despite his expertise as an educationalist and his involvement in countless areas of services, in skill development, human rights, and social work. It is no doubt his simplicity in approach that speaks volume. He has an exceptional career as a vice chancellor, director, and registrar of various universities and in India and abroad. It is needless to say, he is known as an apostle of love and tolerance. His high level of creativity and commitment reflects the organized and methodical person he is. Being a good mentor and a motivator, his positive attitude and keen interest in learning new things resonate the maturity and thoughtfulness he has been gifted with. The corporate world has indeed benefited through his suggestions on career and education. Dr. Patnaik is Vice Chancellor to the IPFA University at Sikkim and Global Advisor to the Global Chamber of Consumers' Rights. These are just few of his contribution to our society. I wish him all success and blessings of the Almighty in all endeavors as service to mankind. Thank you.
I happened to meet Dr. Patnaik sir about 2 to 3 years ago through a common friend. Over a period of time, I found him a very erudite scholar, a capable administrator, a very, very friendly person, displaying warmth, offering a helping hand, giving an advice wherever a need should arise. It's not far from truth if I say that the elements in him are so admixed that nobody who comes into contact with him will find him wanting in any of the things. I am yet to find a more composite personality like him, who is at the same time a highly intellectual human being and at the same time a friend of a common people like me. It's not that easy for anyone to maintain such a.
This is Dr. Rajesh Sharma, Chairman Unity of Nation Action for Climate Change Council. About Dr. Jagannath Patnaik ji. He is really very inspirational person in my life. I saw him, I met him, and I believe he is really very dedicated for his work, for his duty, for his nation. I salute him, Dr. Jagannath Patnaik ji.
Namaskar ji. Myself, Narinder Pal Singh Noor from San Francisco, USA. Today I want to mention something with great regards for Dr. Jagannath Patnaik ji. No doubt he is my one of a true friend, of course a guide, mentor, एक ever smiling nature, सहज, humble और very patient personality. आज से नहीं लगभग when I first time met Dr. Patnaik, I think it was 2006-2007, when I was in India. I was living in Delhi. At that time he was in Faridabad. The same personality now developed into as Vice Chancellor of this university in Sikkim. I really appreciate the good nature the helpful and true nature of Dr. Patnaik. इन्होंने कभी भी किसी को ऐसा दिलासा नहीं दिया कि जो उसे कहीं ना कहीं बाद में निराशा से जोड़े. हमेशा सही गाइड किया और आज भी जो इनके संपर्क में आते हैं डेफिनेटली बेनिफिटेड होते हैं. तो फ्रॉम हेयर all from my family here in USA, I really appreciate the good work Dr. Jagannath Patnaik is doing, and I wish and I pray in the feet of Almighty God that इनको वो शक्ति दें, वो ताकत दें, ये इस सुंदर कार्य को, सत्य के कार्य को ये करते चले जाएं और अपने देश का भी, मानवता का नाम रोशन करें. ह्यूमैनिटी इनके कर्म से कृतार्थ हो. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट डॉक्टर पटनायक जी.
This is Dr. Shivam Arun Kumar Patnaik, Director PR MET, University Raipur. I am very happy to note that Dr. Jagannath Patnaik is coming out with a documentary, and I am honored to speak a few words about him, as I know him from last 20 years, a man who is a legendary personality with so many qualities for which he is known for. I know him very personally, a man with complete spiritual values who had made a big impact in the field of higher education in the country. Today he is holding the position of a Vice Chancellor for ICFA in Sikkim, and I have closely moved with him in various activities in the academic areas. So that's how I know him, that he is very humble, polite, besides a man with a vision. He has definitely taken the higher education to the greater strides, even if it is a private university or if it is academic. Being the Pharmaceutical Council of India's member, there also he has discharged his duties very well, and I know that he will be doing many more wonders in the coming days to come. Hopefully, we would like to see him governor also some fine day, and I know that he has developed a very good rapport in the state, even in the central government, and everybody know about him. A man who practices spiritual activities, and I thank him that he has given me opportunity to speak about him, and it's an honor always to speak for a legendary personality like him. Thank you.
My name is Agni Jindhyala, and my ancestors are from Ayodhya. I have been working in DC, living here for last 40 years. I happened to meet Dr. Jagannath Patnaik a couple of years back in Hyderabad. I worked with NASA, NOVA, Pentagon, and I was a bank executive before migrating to States. So when I met Dr. Jagannath Patnaik ji, he was the Vice Chancellor of ICFAI University, Sikkim. Dr. Jagannath ji inspired me to start a sister-state relationship between Maryland in the US and Sikkim in India. Towards this, and we started a www massive MASSIWE org. Within few minutes, I met Dr. G. He impressed me with his charismatic personality and simplicity. As I started conversing with Dr. G, I realized that he is a very learned and highly affectionate person. I